Alright guys, I think I'd go ahead and make another video. I actually was just reading through the comments and I was reading some more of your suggestions. And one of the suggestions was, what do I think of Let's Playing now versus back in its heyday when I was uploading like every single day. I was probably uploading like 2 videos a day or something. God, I had a video on queue and I didn't remember uh, that I had a video on queue, and this whole new YouTube thing is totally different from how I remembered it. So let me just go back to the person. I can't even pronounce his name, but he asked if you still are taking suggestions. I was wondering if you had any thoughts and opinions on Let's Playing back then and how much it has changed now. Do you think Let's Playing and YouTube in general will still last for a while? And the answer to that is that YouTube will more than likely last. But I think Facebook might eventually take it over as being like the king of like centralized entertainment. I think it's all going to go to Facebook. Uh, YouTube seems like this big, like invincible machine, but the fact of the matter is that more views are going to Facebook, because everybody uses Facebook and not everybody uses YouTube. Not everybody uses Gmail, and that's just the blatant truth. Millions upon millions of people still do, though, and that's why YouTube's going to remain around for a while. Really, Google is the only thing keeping YouTube alive. It probably would not have lasted if Google never bought it out. As shameful as it is, I was not a fan of when Google made its purchase. I was not a fan of the changes. I personally, they ruined everything. They took the customization out of YouTube. I remember back when the big thing was making channel designs, and people can upload pictures of whatever they wanted to design their own channels. And I got so good at Photoshop at one point that I was designing channels for myself and for people that were totally custom graphic designs that I made in Photoshop, and I used to distribute those as prizes. I had a heyday back then. And YouTube totally took that away. They made everything bland. They made everything, just feature less. They did bring a lot of improvements. Obviously, as the resolution increased over the years, everything went from 720p to 1080p, and now we have this 4K shit going on. Things have gotten better. I mean, the player functionality has improved quite a bit, but the integration with Google is kind of questionable. I mean, I don't really like the whole Google Plus thing. I really dislike the whole partner thing now. I'm still partnered with Fullscreen and I still like them a lot, but I get content IDs out the wah. A lot of my videos are Konami. I noticed that a lot of these Suikoden videos now and the Metal Gear Solid videos, especially the Metal Gear ones, they're all getting nabbed by Konami. I'm getting content IDs out the wazoo and I'm afraid to check to see if my channel has any strikes. Let's see here. I don't even know. I don't even know where the hell to go. Oh, wait a minute. Notifications, maybe? No. Overview. No. See, I guess I would get an email from YouTube. I just literally, upon uploading the last video that I uploaded to you guys, I literally just got a content ID from Konami. And Konami has really been on my ass for the past few years, nabbing up all my Suikoden videos, nabbing up all the Metal Gear videos, and that's like 70% of my channel right there is just nothing but Konami games, and it's really pissing me off. And if there's one solid reason why I probably won't dip back into either Metal Gear or Suikoden, it's because of fucking Konami, man. I'll tell you what, this is just absolute bullshit. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not this foul mouth, but I am just utterly disappointed in the whole thing. Not that Content ID was never a problem in the old days. It was just less of a problem. People didn't really care about LPers as much. We were a lot more smaller time. It was more of a hobby. It wasn't a job. I could go on and on about how much the older days were better, how much closer and more integrated we all were as uploaders. A girlfriend just texted me. Awesome. Woohoo! Trying to record and type at the same time. But yeah, this new YouTube, this era of it just pisses me off, you know. And God, like I'm debating, like, I mean, I want to come back, but I don't know if I should do LPs because of just the Content ID thing. It's just ruining everything. Like you can't upload what you want anymore. You're almost forced to upload indie games. I mean, like people who are doing it right, who are, you know, successful on YouTube, they're doing indie games and they're doing games, you know, that aren't popular or owned by these big time corporations. Besides, everybody knows how retarded Konami is. I mean, come on. Like, they've been making dick moves. They'll probably end up making Metal Gear, like, you know, available in the App Store for iOS download. Like, that's basically what's going to be the fate of that shit. You know, and it's just, it's a really bad time for the big games, but it's a really good time for the small games. So that's just it. I mean, there's a new parameter set, there's just new rules. And the system has always been flawed, but it's so deeply flawed that, you know, I don't know. I don't like these times of YouTube. I like the older times. Things were a lot more simpler. You can get away with more stuff. You know, people were generally, the community was smaller, so it was better. There was less idiots running around. There was less trolls running around. Even though we thought there was a lot back then compared to what's around now. Whew, Lord, like, oh God, like these fucking people are like, you know, raising like these massive troll armies of like 12-year-old kids, and they're just going around hate spamming everything. And, you know, again, this stuff always existed on YouTube, but the magnitude is like huge. It's like 10 times larger than I remember it being. All this stuff, you know, it's kind of hard to go back into this hobby after being out for so long and being in the shadows, just kind of watching and seeing all this stuff unfold. You know, do I really want to like face all this stuff? But you know, that's just one of the things that just a rant. And I thought it was a great topic to talk about. So that's basically going to be that rant. I like the older days better. But, you know, people might like the newer days, or I guess the more recent times. You know, people are making lots of money off of videos now. People are making a career off of YouTube, which I don't have any objections to. I feel like if people got the talent, you know, if you have the ability to actually entertain and not just, you know, be an idiot and entertain people, but like actually give quality content and entertain people, then by all means, you should live your life as an entertainer. I have no qualms against that. However, I feel like the path that I took with college, I feel for the time being, is definitely going to give me a better future. And that's just the decision that I came to as, you know, a person. You know, it's just YouTube is a lot of work. And if you want to make fan bases happy, if you want to be successful on here, you got to upload multiple times a day. You got to upload quality content multiple times a day, and that is hard. People, so many people, they underestimate that. You know, they think that people who make a living off of YouTube is lazy. you know, you got no skills, you have no talent, or this, that, and the other thing. And it's just like, you don't even know like how difficult it is to like set up like, you know, like get like high quality equipment, and realizing factoring out how expensive that stuff is to make like an actual HD set, audio wise and video wise. And then, you know, if you do scripts, you got to do script writing, and that is time consuming shit. And then you got to do films, then you got to do double takes, and then you got to edit, and then hopefully you have a good rig that can edit fluently and can compress stuff rather quickly on the fly. I mean, that takes thousands and thousands of dollars and thousands of hours of time. And, you know, people, they just want the content like that. And it's like, but not only do you have to make content like that on a repeated basis that's consistent, but you also have to have a life and a job. Because if you make a living off of YouTube, then that's like a look down upon thing. Like, you know, how dare you make a living off of YouTube? I'm going to put on ad blocker. I'm not going to support you at all because YouTube shouldn't be a job. You should go get a job. Okay, well, I'm going to go get a job, like an actual job, and I'm going to stop doing YouTube. Well, no, fuck you. You know, it's a back and forth thing. Like, people, they don't understand. Like, if you want to see your content uploaders, the people who you like at least, if you want them to succeed, turn off the ad blocker, man. You know, turn off the whatever you got that's barring them from making a profit off of views. Because if you want them to upload on a consistent basis and want them to continue to make good content, you gotta take the initiative in that. I'm not saying that you should go out and like donate to these people. I mean, you can if you want to, but this shit is expensive and it's time consuming. This is straight up video editing, video recording, advanced techniques are being used, and with a lot of people's content. And, you know, not all of these popular YouTubers deserve that. Some of them are truly shitty content providers, and they should totally be banned off the face of the planet. But, you know, at the same time, you got people who are good, who are like Boogie, you know, Boogie and fuck if I know. You know, people who are good. And, you know, they deserve, you know, the ad block being off, at least. You know, if they ever have, like, stuff like fundraisers or whatever, because they need help, you know, doing a project on their channel or whatever, I mean, feel free to, you know, give them, you know, some money, or, you know, that's totally fine. I mean, I don't really see anything wrong with that, as they are legitimate entertainers and content providers who are trying to deliver to you the best quality they can. So that's just the thing. Half of the flaw of modern day YouTube is partly with the website and who's managing it, and the other half of it is the community being shit, and uploaders being shit. Basically, people being shitty. Like, people have always been, but now it's increased by a magnitude of 10, and it really is beginning to stink very badly. So that is my rant. I've gone on long enough, and I will just basically just upload this to YouTube directly from the phone. Probably not even going to do an edit. It's going to be a straight shot because I think that was pretty good. So there's another video. There's a rant video. And if you guys have anything else that you want me to rant about or complain about, definitely let me know. And I will try my best to deliver, hopefully sooner than, you know, a freaking half a month. This is ALG signing off, and I will see you guys next time. Later, people.